So, let's find ourselves in a nice comfortable position, crossing the legs, and then we're just going to breathe in, bring our shoulders all the way up, and breathe out, release down. And again, breathe in, and breathe out. And breathe in this time, you're going to take your arms, stretch all the way up, and breathe out. And again, breathe in, stretch, 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 and breathe out. Let's try perhaps to grab the other hand that we just grabbed, and then we're just going to push the back, stretching the skin between the shoulder blades so we get really rounded back, and then releasing, and again, release, release, and good. Let's just go to one side from here. Elbow comes down. Make sure the shoulders are open and you've got loads of space between your ribs. Feel the head heavy on one side, the opposite hip. Keep the weight anchored down on the opposite side. And up we go. And gently, ever so gently, put a teeny bit of weight with your hand to stretch the neck on the opposite direction. And down we go onto that side. Loads of space between the ribs, loads of breath. Big stretch. The weight comes from the head and the hip. And the hips anchors you down and bring the wrists back with a shift. And gently stretching the neck. Good. All right, so let me get someone in. Here we go. From here, we're just going to stretch the legs to the front into a natural stretch. So some people might be a little turnout, some people might be a little bit more parallel. But from here, we're going to stretch again all the way up and go really far, gently through to the feet and then rolling up the back. One vertebra at a time. Head is last. And again, stretching up and above the toes. Bring it back, stacking the vertebra on top of each other until the head comes. And again, breathe in, breathe out. We're going forward and rolling up. Excellent. We're going to bend one leg, have this leg on the opposite side, and we're just going to stretch again on this to the side. So it should be a little deeper now with our leg out. Excellent. Keep breathing, and then we're going to go on to the other side. Keep breathing there as I'm just letting one more person into the meeting. Here we go. And bringing back through the hip, stacking the vertebra on top of each other. We're going to switch leg. And oh my goodness, people keep trickling in today. Here we go. Let's go. I really don't mind, by the way, guys. Just follow. If you just joined, we're gently warming up, so take some time for yourself. We're just going to one side. And here we go. On to the opposite side. Feeling the hip anchoring you down. And bring the head up. Perfect, all right. Let's go onto your backs. We're going to look at controlling our turnout using our tummy. So it's not going to be really big. You're going to open the knee, rolling up to the outer edge of the foot and bring it back. Yeah, it's a Pilates exercise, so it needs to be super controlled. You can't, obviously we could all let go like this, but I've completely let go of my posture here, yes? So I want to make sure that my hips, the little pointy hip bone, are pointing towards the ceiling, yeah? And I gently open this hip, but nothing move. And then when I can't no more, I bring it back in, okay? So let's do 8 on one leg and then 8 on the other leg, making sure the tummy, your belly button comes towards your spine. You've got a natural curve through the back, palms of the hand facing the ceiling, and lift your pelvic floor. And we go. 1. And breathe in to bring it back. And breathe out. Open it, control. And back in. And open. And back in. And open. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. 3 more. Breathe out. Breathe in. Make sure the opposite knee is still pointing to the ceiling. And then last one. Make sure your tummy is engaged. Good. And switch. Open. And close. Open. And close. Good. Open. And close. Open. And close. I think we've got 3 more. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Control. We're coming back in. And last time. Here. Sorry, we might have not done 8. I got totally distracted, realizing that this was a bad angle since you couldn't see my foot. Oh well. From here, we're just going to take both legs up and we're going to do a toe touch. 1 and the other. 2. Let's carry on. 3 and 4. Tummy in. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. If you want a little bit more, you can do them with your hand into first. Let's do 6 more. And down. And 4. And 5. And 6. Good. From here, we're going to stretch the leg. And we're gently going to go up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Again. Breathe out. And breathe out. Bring your tummy in every time. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees to your chest. Give them a little circle so you massage the lower back. One way and the other way. Good. We're going to put the foot on top of the knee, thread our hands through, grab the thigh underneath or the shin, and gently press so we get a nice stretch down the back of the leg. Good. Don't forget to breathe. And switch around. Going through either under or all the way to your knee. You can also use your elbow, just sit from the back, to slightly keep opening that knee if you want. Good. All right, so let's bring ourselves back up. Today, we're going to work on leg extension and how to hold our développés and control those legs to the front and to the side. So obviously you need to stretch, but you also need to strengthen your legs in order to be able to hold them all the way up, yeah? If you're very flexible, you might be able to kick them, but if you have no strength, you won't be able to hold it. So what we're going to do, you might want to get yourself a chair. Actually, do get yourself a chair, because even if you don't need it to balance at first, you will need it eventually. So let me just get this a little bit higher so you can see more. So yeah, for the moment, we're just going to use the chair for a little bit of balance. We're going to be in a nice and comfortable first, and we're going to take our foot up to retiré. Make sure your posture is good, yeah? So have a nice long back, don't let yourself have a banana back. Yeah, all 5 toes on the floor. And you can hold your tummy or your hip. It's quite good to make sure your hip is still down, or just to like be aware of our core muscle. And we're just going to lift and down, lift and down 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Give it a little shake. As you build your strength, you'll be able to do longer series, but it's quite a lot on the hip flexors. So let's just do 10 for now. And the other leg, we're just going to go up and down, up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it a shake. Back to the first side. So now we're not close to the knee anymore. We're starting the extension and the knee passes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Other leg. Up to the retiré and into the attitude. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So hopefully you can feel it in the hip flexor, yeah? Let's have a little stretch of this leg. So when you do that stretch, make sure you don't stick your bum out, yeah? Bring the pelvis down and under, and then bring the knee back. That gives you maximum stretch to the front. Good. And then the other leg. So pelvis down and under, and then bringing the knee back, rather than the foot coming to the bottom, knee back. Deep breath through. And good. All right. If you want to grab like a sweater or something, and depends on the chair or what you're using. If it's a table and it's big, it might not matter, but if you use a chair like mine that's quite thin, you might want to put a little something on here. And what we're going to do, obviously I'm choosing this as a height, but depending on how you feel, this is also okay, yes. What we're going to do is that we're going to extend the leg. Make sure, actually this is quite nice if you want to really feel the toe now, because you'll be able to feel the little toe holding onto the chair, yeah? And we're going to lift and down, okay? Obviously, if you want to challenge yourself a little, you can have a little bit more height. From here, we're just going to lift and down, lift and down. Make sure the little toe is down, lift and down, lift and down. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Good. All right, really regretting showing off, choosing the back of the chair rather than the seat. All right, let's try the other leg. So, we make sure we nice and turn out. This hip is back, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Let's stretch the front of the leg again. Good. Deep breath. And swap. Good. All right. We can move the chair out. Now, if you have a wall, it's nice to do it against the next exercise against a wall. What we're going to do is that we're going to do a side split, facing the wall and letting gravity do the job for a little bit, yeah? So, I'm going to go towards my wall. You can do it without a wall, like if you don't have anything near you, if it's not convenient, you can just do it without anything like this, yeah? No problem. So, let's find a comfortable position against the wall, and we just leave the leg falling down. You can bring your hand onto your thigh just to add a little bit of a like gravity. I'm going to put the timer on 2 minutes, so we can stay there a little bit so we really feel the muscle releasing. And let's go. I feel like I should keep talking for 2 minutes, but there's not much to say really. Just remember to breathe in this position. Take that time for yourself and feel the muscle releasing. If you want, you can think about directing your breath to the muscles, bringing loads of oxygen all the way down your legs. And you might find that you can wiggle a little bit more down. Keep breathing. Wiggle if you need. You can wiggle your toes. We've got just over 30 seconds left. Deep breath. And that's it. So don't get up the position too fast. Bring your legs back together and into your chest. Roll onto your side. So that's a super safe way to stretch your leg into second here, because it uses your own body weight. You can relax in that position. I'd say it does prove that you can't just do this for 10 seconds. I think that's it, I've stretched. It doesn't work that way. So you really have to go for at least a good couple of minutes, yeah? I don't know, like when I was at the conservatoire when I was little, I remember one of my friends told me, well, if you hold it for half an hour, then something happens to your muscle and it will just melt down the floor and then you will have a perfect split. I have never tried it because half an hour is a really long time, and now as an adult I was like, this was definitely not true, potentially very dangerous. So, you know, use your own judgment. You know, after a few minutes, that's probably enough. What matters is that you do it over 1 minute and regularly. So if you're warm after class, you can absolutely take a couple of minutes for yourself in this position. It's really nice. But now let's do the other split. So last week we went through a front split, through a jazz split, yeah, just to change things up a little bit. But let's go back to our usual routine this week. So we start with a nice right angle on this leg. You move the knee to the back so you can stretch the front of this hip flexor. If you want, you can even press up and hold up today, if you feel like it. Good. Again, deep breath and take your time. And then we're going to walk back, take the heel, planting down the floor and bringing the toes towards the chest, long back, and relax all the leg. Feel the stretch down the back. Don't bend the knee, don't sit. Yeah, just make sure you feel that stretch through the back of the leg. And then after one last deep breath, we're going to move back to the first position. Now, several options. You can stay there and stretch a little bit longer in this position, or you can take the opposite hand and stretch with the back foot, yeah, trying to bring it down towards your back side, or push on your hands and then slowly, yeah, obviously if you can go down, please do go down, but otherwise use your hand to push you up and then let gravity do the job until one day, yeah, one wasn't better in a day, you get down. This is a little bit unfair. Some people can do it from birth, some people can't, but everyone can improve their flexibility. The younger you start, obviously the better, but even as an adult, you can, you know, drastically improve it. You always get this like before and after of people who started yoga in their 40s and have completely changed their body. Right, and coming back in, let's do the other leg. And a right angle. Sometimes I'm trying to think of loads of new exercises I might have not done in this class and, you know, trying to give you new things, but, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes I tried and trusted is the best, and, you know, you can do abdominal work 1 million ways. You can probably stretch yourself, you know, 1 million different ways, but what matters is that you do it regularly, you do it in a safe manner, and yeah, you take the time to do it. Unfortunately, you can, stretch an hour, but then if you don't do anything for a month, it's not going to change things. Rather than 15 minutes here and there during the week when you're warm will help. And rocking back. Make sure your hips are square. And off we go. So again, you can stay in your first position. You can grab your foot with the opposite hand, or it's time for the split. So really use your hands. If you need the split, make sure you either do it parallel and turn up. Yeah, they are slightly different, and you can play with this a bit, as well as like rolling over. If you're very flexible, you can do like fans, turning around on your split. It's good fun. If you can do it. Otherwise, not so fun. Right, shake it off. Okay, let me check how we're doing for time. Brilliant. We have a teeny bit more time. So let's go knee or both knees. Yes, like this. Personally, that's my favorite way to do it. But, depending on your knee, your body, you might find that this is a little better. Yeah. So, just check what stretches you the most, what works the most for you. And then from here, make sure both hips are down on the floor. Yeah, don't let one lift up. You want both on the floor and gently pitching forward, bringing your chest to your knees, sending the sitting bone back. And then when you're ready, just switch the other knee on top, both hips down and pitching forward. Direct your breath to the stretch. And then you just extend your legs to the front, and we're going to take one of the stretch we did at the beginning. We're going to go over, but we're going to stay there, relax the head. If you're quite far up, it's completely fine. Just think about the weight of your head and slowly the weight of your elbows. And try to relax, nodding no with your head and yes. And slowly, slowly rolling the back, one vertebra at a time. Take your time until the head comes, shoulders come up, breathe in and breathe out. And that's it for today, everyone. Well done. Lovely to see you all. I'll see some of you in the class in the beginner ballet in a minute. But if I don't see you later, have a lovely evening and I will see you very soon. Bye.